AI is completely changing the game for marketing and sales. But let's be real, the constant stream of buzzwords can be a lot. So today, we're going to cut through the noise and break down these 7 essential concepts you actually need to know to stay ahead. Look, if you feel like you're drowning in a sea of AI acronyms, you are definitely not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to build a really clear picture piece by piece and show you exactly how all this tech can actually work for you.
So where do we even start? Well, before an AI can do anything useful for you, it first has to understand your data. And this is the absolute foundation. We're not just talking about recognizing keywords, we're talking about grasping the real context, the nuance, the intent behind everything.
And the magic behind this new level of understanding? It's something called a vector database. The easiest way to think of it is like a super librarian for your AI. Instead of just searching for book titles, keywords, it understands the concepts and ideas inside the books. This lets it find related stuff, even if the words are totally different. This slide really shows what a huge leap this is. The old way, keyword search, was so rigid. If you searched your company's knowledge base for customer retention, you'd only get docs with those exact 2 words. But with semantic search, the AI gets the meaning. It knows that how to stop churn is basically the same question, which means you get way more relevant results. For personalizing content and really getting customer intent, this is a total game changer. Okay, so the AI understands context. That's great. But how do you stop it from just making things up? The hallucinations we hear about? That's where RAG comes in. And it's absolutely essential. Think of it like giving the AI an open book test. Before it even tries to answer a question, it first has to retrieve the latest, most relevant facts from your specific knowledge base. This grounds every single response in reality. And here's how that works in the real world. Say a customer asks your chatbot about your return policy. Instead of just guessing based on its training data, RAG instantly dives into your company documents, finds the latest official policy, and then uses that exact text to build the answer. This simple process just wipes out the risk of using outdated info and makes sure every response is perfectly accurate and on brand. So our AI can understand things, and it can access facts to stay accurate. The next layer is all about making it think, reason, and most importantly, act. This is where we go from a simple Q&A tool to a powerful, operational teammate. We've all heard of large language models, right? LLMs. Well, the next evolution is large reasoning models, or LRMs. These are specialized AIs that are fine-tuned not just for language, but for logic. They can break down really complex problems and think through them step by step, which is what you need to power sophisticated marketing and sales strategies. Now, when you take one of these reasoning models, give it a goal, and give it the tools to act, you get Agentic AI. And this right here is where we move beyond just giving the AI one-off commands. We are talking about autonomous agents that can see a situation, decide what to do, actually do it, and then observe the result to learn and get better. Just think about what this really means for your team. You suddenly have an AI that isn't just a tool, it's an active participant. Imagine it autonomously launching a new campaign based on real-time sales data, tweaking ad spend and creative all on its own. Or picture it handling complex lead qualification 24/7, nurturing every prospect with perfectly personalized content until they're ready for a sales call. It's a genuine force multiplier, and it frees up your human team to focus on the big picture strategy. Okay, so we've got this intelligent, autonomous agent. But how does it actually connect to the tools you already use every single day? Your CRM, your email platform. That brings us to the all-important integration system. MCP, or Model Context Protocol, is the key. And honestly, the best way to think about it is as a universal adapter. It's basically a standard that lets your AI plug right into your entire tech stack, your CRM, your marketing automation, everything, without needing a bunch of messy, custom integrations. And what this all means is that AI stops being just another separate app you have to log into. Instead, it becomes a deeply integrated part of your actual daily workflow. And that integration is what makes all this technology truly practical and scalable across a whole company. Now, running all this powerful AI sounds expensive, right? And it can be. That's where this really clever architecture called Mixture of Experts, or MOE, comes into play. Instead of using one giant energy-guzzling model for every single little thing, it uses a whole team of smaller, specialist models, and it only activates the specific experts it needs for the job at hand. And the impact on efficiency is just massive. Using an old single model is like turning on every single light in a skyscraper just to read a book in one office. It uses 100% of its power for every task. MOE is way smarter. It's like just turning on the lamp at your desk. By activating only the necessary experts, it can dramatically slash computing costs, which makes this powerful AI so much more accessible to more businesses. Okay, we've covered the core pieces of how AI works today, but it's also really important to understand where all of this is going, because the pace of change is, well, it's just staggering. Way out on the horizon, you'll hear the term ASI, or artificial superintelligence. Now, this is still theoretical, but it represents the ultimate potential of this technology, an AI that is far, far more intelligent than even the brightest human minds. And just knowing that this is the potential end goal helps put all the building blocks we have today into context. But we don't need to get lost in some sci-fi future. The real key takeaway for you right now is that by understanding today's building blocks, things like vector databases, RAG, and agentic AI, you're preparing for a future where this technology will fundamentally reshape entire industries. Mastering these concepts now is how you future-proof your career and stay way ahead of the curve.
So we have covered a lot of ground, from how an AI understands to how it acts, integrates with your tools, and where it's all headed. You now have the foundational knowledge. You get the building blocks. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with them?